They say the pyramids whisper, not in words, but in weight, in shadow, in precision. They whisper a question no one can answer. Who really built us? Before we dive into the sand and secrets, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop it in the comments below. And while you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. It is truly a beautiful thing sharing history with you. Now, let me take you back, far back. Long before modern Egypt, before even the idea of Pharaoh was carved into limestone, the land by the Nile was just beginning to understand itself. There were tribes, nomads, spiritualists, astronomers, and beings that we in our time may no longer even recognize as fully human. In 2686 BCE, the old kingdom of Egypt rose to life. But many ancient records hint that the knowledge behind the pyramids may predate even this era. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is so astronomically aligned and mathematically perfect that even with today's tools, rebuilding it is nearly impossible. So, who gave them this knowledge? Legend says it was not man who imagined the pyramid, but Thoth, the god of wisdom. In Egyptian mythology, Thoth was not just a god of scribes and writing, he was an engineer of the cosmos. The ancient priests believed he brought geometry and astronomy to man. But here's what keeps scholars up at night. The measurements of the Great Pyramid contain numbers that relate to the speed of light. The pyramid's location is at the exact geographic center of Earth's landmass. The base of the pyramid is mathematically perfect, within fractions of an inch, and each side is aligned with the cardinal directions: north, east, south, west. How did they know? And why does every pyramid on Earth, from Mesoamerica to China to Indonesia, mirror the same triangle design, with no known contact between these civilizations? We are taught that 20,000 to 30,000 laborers built the Great Pyramid using primitive copper tools and wooden sleds. But this theory, first made famous by Herodotus in 450 BCE, crumbles under scrutiny. The stones of the pyramid, each weighing 2.5 to 15 tons, were placed with surgical accuracy. There are over 2.3 million of them. To finish this pyramid in just 20 years, workers would have to cut, transport, and set a stone every 2 minutes, every hour of every day for 2 decades straight. Even with today's cranes and logistics, this would be madness. So, was it manpower, or was there something else? Ancient astronaut theorists claim that non-human intelligence may have intervened. Perhaps not aliens as we imagine them, but beings with superior knowledge or ancient survivors of a forgotten civilization lost to time. Others say the builders used sound frequency, levitation, or even elemental manipulation to move the stones. One account, recorded by Arab historian al-Makrizi, mentions that a magical papyrus was placed under the stone, and when struck by a rod, it floated. Could ancient magic be a misinterpreted form of lost science? Inside the pyramid, there are no grand decorations, no mummies, no treasure. Instead, it's almost eerily minimal. Passageways that shrink into crawl spaces, shafts pointing to stars, and chambers that echo beyond reason. In the early 1900s, British explorers began entering pyramid tombs, often dying within weeks of doing so. The infamous curse of the pharaohs took its most public victim in 1923, when Lord Carnarvon, who funded the excavation of Tutankhamun's tomb, died mysteriously after being bitten by a mosquito. Reports say that all the lights in Cairo went out at the exact moment of his death. Coincidence? Maybe, but many involved in tomb excavations began to vanish. Records were altered. Items went missing. A deeper secrecy took hold, one that some say was controlled by hidden societies sworn to protect the knowledge of the builders. Some researchers believe that the pyramid is more than a tomb. It is a machine. They point to the inner chambers as resonance boxes, designed to vibrate with Earth's frequency. They say it was once a place of healing, initiation, or interdimensional connection. In fact, experiments in modern times show that being inside the Great Pyramid changes electromagnetic fields, affects brainwave patterns, and even preserves organic material. What ancient purpose did this serve? And why were other pyramids copied across the globe? It is said that the pyramid is an energy lens that draws cosmic power from the heavens and earth. Some even claim it was designed to protect civilization during a catastrophic event, like a beacon for when we forget. Today, satellites and ground-penetrating radar have uncovered underground chambers and tunnels beneath the Giza Plateau. Many are off-limits to the public, sealed, guarded. Egypt's government and the Vatican are said to hold documents that prove the pyramids were part of a global system of forgotten knowledge, and they are not ready for us to know. Yet the pyramid still stands. It calls, as if waiting. So, were the pyramid builders human, or were they guided by something else? Perhaps the builders were us, but in a different time, a different age, one where man remembered the stars and could shape the world with sound and stone. Or maybe the pyramids are memories in rock, left behind by those who wanted us to remember what we are capable of. Something ancient is buried beneath Giza, and I have a feeling it was never meant to stay hidden forever. If you stayed to the end, thank you. I'd love to hear your theories in the comments. And as always, like and subscribe for more forgotten truths. Until next time, stay curious.